Alright, welcome back to Dankscore Traders Hub. Yes, good morning everyone. Good morning. Yeah, thank you so much for coming again. It's another Monday where we get to meet, get to discuss, get to see charts, get to see signals that we can take advantage of even during the session, or those assets that we can focus on today and look at making money. Alright, so as usual, it is a Monday. We know that sometimes Mondays are usually very slow, and nowadays Fridays are actually the worst. Friday is now one of my worst days. I don't know if it is just a month, if it was just the month of May, or if it's going to be like this for the rest of the year. But now Fridays are very slow. Yeah, and markets tend to move Sundays, surprisingly. So I don't want to be tempted to trade on Sunday, so I'll keep taking what I can take during the week. But yeah, we are seeing Fridays being so slow. Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see how to capitalize on the moves during the week. So probably, I don't know, some people are suggesting to have a session probably between 8 and 9 or 7 and 8. So I don't know. Those who want to trade overnight, not those who want to trade during the night. We'll see about that. I don't know if it is possible. All right, let's get started. Of course, as usual, we first pray and then get started with the analysis. Father, we give you praise. We say thank you for this morning. Thank you that we are here. Thank you that we are back to this market, Lord. We know that you're giving us insights even today as we start the week. Insights that will give us good signals. We get to know where to enter from, and where to exit from, Lord. We give you praise for that, oh God, because we know even today you are giving us good results, good profits, Lord. We say thank you for last week's profits, and now we dedicate this week into your hands, and we know that we are going to be still profitable at the end of the week. We give you praise, we love you. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. Right about now, without any further ado, let's get into Crash 500. Please let me know if my sound is having any issues. Let me know before we can get deep into this. If you're not hearing me properly, let me know in the comment section there, so that I can work on it right away. Yes, good morning, Judy. How are you? And the rest of you guys that are on, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up as we get started. Give us a thumbs up and let's check the charts together. So Crash 500. Crash 500. So where did we stop at on Crash 500? Let's first go to H1. So Crash 500 on Friday. So Friday we saw this, and we knew that we were going to get into buys. That's what we knew that was going to happen. Yeah, but this was a change of character, of course. I later saw this. It failed to give me an entry that I was looking at, and I failed to make that this buy, because I was supposed to enter from there, but I missed that as it was giving me this. I waited for it to come again to it. If I can go to M15 and show you what I was waiting for, was another pullback. By the time I came, it had already given me this, and I thought it was going to give me another pullback so that I can enter it and take it all the way up. It did not. So it broke out of that pennant kind of pattern, then it went all over into the buys. So that's how Saturday went. Now Friday, and then of course Saturday it had gone back to that resistance. So Saturday it was a sell. Saturday we had a sell. No, that was Sunday yesterday. This was Saturday. Yes, this was Saturday. So Friday we were looking for that sell to all the way that resistance level, which is on that fair value gap according to H4. All right, so Saturday it was a buy, and yesterday it was a sell. Today is likely to also be a sell. Yesterday was a sell, then a buy late night. So let's look at today first. Before we look at today, let's get back to weekly. All right, so weekly, I want to show you this. That is a certain level that we can wait on. Yeah. All right, so we have it there. We decided to sell, gave us this. Now it should be coming here, hopefully. Now that is trying to anticipate a weekly kind of inverted heads and shoulder. Yeah, that is trying to anticipate something like that. So for now, that's what I can anticipate. I don't know if it's gonna happen. So what we can do is go to daily time frame. Daily time frame is not yet oversold, but clearly this resistance is holding up, and we've even seen on H4 we need sells. So if this sell comes on according to daily time frame, then we will be having ourselves, we'll be seeing an inverted heads and shoulder that we can take advantage of. So delete all this there. We don't need anything right here. Just delete all that. All right, so go back to weekly H4 now. So now that we know that H4 we need sales. We saw that this price has gone back to our previous higher high and it is failing to break this resistance right there. That resistance, like I said, it is according to that fair value gap right in there, right there. So that's where this resistance, this support is coming from. So now that we see that, we know that price is looking for enough liquidity or enough momentum to break through this and take us all the way to this level, bring us here or come up even to this other level. This is what? This is a fair value gap, I think, according to daily time frame. Yeah, that is a fair value gap according to daily time frame. So go back to H4. We need this to break through this resist support and take us here. All right, so if we come to H1, this was a change of character, then we went all the way back. We can delete all that. Then right here we saw that we are seeing that we have currently another resistance right there. It's a trendline resistance right there, and if we see that, then we can know that price is likely not to break and continue all the way up. We are likely now to see, oh, it's weird, this is weird. According to H1, price shows us that it needs to get in 2 buys according to H1, looking at CCI. But you know, on H4 we want sales. So what is it going to be? H4 price is above our 10 MA. H1 price is just on our 10 MA, not below, not above. That's weird. Okay, so it's going to be a bit crazy. H1 and AM15, both of them, they are showing us that we need to be looking for buys according to CCI. According to CCI. All right, so let's decipher this. Let's try to decipher this. Okay, M5 buys, M15 buys, H1 buys, CCI. What does price action tell us? We have failed to break that high. It had given us this, but it failed to break this support. So clearly price needs to find its momentum to this level, and probably it gives us something like that to actually later break out. Now that is what I may look at according to price action. Now that is on H4. If I go to daily time frame, we are still looking for buys. That's why H1 and M15 are still looking for buys. And if you see clearly on this previous move, that was a buy right there, and it tried to give us this, then it gave us this. Was like a liquidity grab kind of fake breakout. I'm not sure if it is going to follow what we have here as a pattern, but if it does, then it will mean it's going to end up going there. But we've already seen, according to H4, we are likely to see this move come back here. But that's where I'm saying the confusion is. H1, daily time frame, M15, all of them are pointing to buys. So what is your suggestion? What are you seeing on your end? Those who are trading Crash 500, please let me know in the comment section. But as of me, I'm going to try and look at I'll be looking at the buys. They are the ones that are likely to happen more than sells that we need on H4. The buys to take us probably to that support level right there. So let's wait and see what happens on H1. see what happens on H1. Now these are going to be tricky. If price breaks out here, we will see this move. But if price fails and breaks down below, we are likely to see this move that takes us all the way back here to give us, this will be that move that gives us an inverted heads and shoulder, of which that will end up giving us the buy that we need according to daily. So that's why a sell is a bit more realistic and more that can easily be seen than a buy. So coming here, we are confirming our inverted heads and shoulder on the weekly time frame right there. Even on the daily, you can clearly see it. This is a right shoulder. If price comes here, it will be giving us the left shoulder. We have the head and the right shoulder, and that's how we'll be taking it out according to that. So if it comes here, then we know we will be looking for some long time buys to take us all the way back to that level. All right, so for now, I'm not going to make any decision right now. I'm just going to leave it. I will try to make an entry if price breaks down. It's likely to come for this, not that. But I'm going to just hold on to this because H1 and daily time frame, they suggest that we should be looking for buys. In as well as we know, H4 is actually pointing us to sells, and these sells, according to price action and the patterns that we use, it should be bringing us right here to confirm the inverted heads and shoulder. I've talked a lot on this because it is quite confusing. We needed to understand it better. So now, without any further delay, let's get to another asset, which is boom, 1000. Now, just to remind you, I normally do this. I normally go into a lot to explain what I'm seeing myself and what have you. This is only to make me understand what is about to happen and probably even you. But sometimes the best trades for any person to take are those trades that are very easy to see. Taking trades, you need simplicity. You don't need to, first scratch your head, try to force it to come out. No, you need simple trades. That's the best trades you should be looking for. So, in as much as I was analyzing this, I don't see any simple trade, so I can't force any trade. You understand? So that's the beauty about trading. You have to look for simple, where you open the chart and quickly see a structure or a setup, as a trade setup, and you know that you're going to take that trade. Those are the trades you as a person you should be looking for. But here we are learning as we are trading. That's why I go in all these details of I'm trying to understand what is happening in the market. Why did we see that? Why did we do that? Why and what? I hope you guys get to understand. All right, so let's look at boom 500 on Saturday and Friday. What happened? So all this we knew. Definitely Friday it was a mess. It was consolidating almost the whole day, and boom, late night around 3, was it around 9? Yeah, around 10 I think, we started to see sells. That was 19, 20, 21, 22. Around 10 p.m. on Friday, the sell came back to this level, and then gave us a breakout, retested all the way back to that fair value gap, grabbed the liquidity and went back into sells. And I actually entered this, but let me see, was that, yeah, I sold here, it took me out, I sold again here, but by then I was tired of the market, so I closed my trade and say, you know what, let me just go and enjoy the weekend, and moved out. But the move kept on going because it had finished grabbing that liquidity on that fair value gap. So it took me out here, and I made an entry here, but I wasn't feeling it. I don't normally trade Saturdays, so once I made that loss and I entered here so that I may waste time, and I mean it was even getting late, so I said let me go to a movie at least, or go to enjoy the weekend and find something else to do. And that's how it happened. So never trade when you don't feel like you want to trade. Yeah, because you'll be having like two personalities within you, one fighting the other. You want to make money, but you don't want to trade. I don't know if some of you guys have ever gotten to that level. You feel like you need to make money, but you're not feeling that push of wanting to trade. You want to make money, but you're not feeling that push of wanting to analyze the chart better and even trade. That is what happens. And when you're in that state and you realize you're in that state, please move away from the chart, because you may end up making bad judgments of trades, and that's where the losses come from. So that happened. That's the same thing that happened to me on Saturday. I wanted to make money, but still I was not in the mood of analyzing, and that normally holds the judgment in the market. All right, so we are seeing this as a pennant on boom 1000. This is H1. That is a pennant. So already it has hit the target. We can't do anything from here. So we can only think of, it may actually continue. Wait a minute. It may actually continue. Let's look at that. Yeah, it's likely to continue all the way here. So we are likely to see some more sells. Let's look at H4. Why? Oh yes, CCI tells us we need some more sells. So I can delete all that there. Even this not needed anymore. So first go to daily. But there's no liquidity left. Why are we looking for sells? Why is it showing us that we need to continue down below to that support? Does it want to come back to this support? Let's wait and see. According to H1, let me actually narrow this down. Narrow this down. Narrow this down to this right there in my order block. All right, so if I narrow it to my order block, clearly you'll see that's where price wants to come back to. Yeah, so are we having an entry for the sell? Are we ready to make an entry for the sell? Let's see. This is the last move right there. Right there. So it is giving us this. Price has gone back to premium after breaking out, and one may say this is a change of character right here. So does that mean we need entries for sales? Not really. Price is above my 10 MA, price is above on 10 MA, even on M15, even on M5. So until I see a signal to sell on M5, I can't make that mistake to look for sells to bring me down here. So I must see an entry or a signal on M5 to push me to look for the sells to take me all the way to this order block, H1 order block right there. So for now, this is also a no-go. But the anticipation is clearly to push us now from there, right there. But of course, if I go to M5, the anticipation will be this pullback there, and then entry, So if price comes and fails to break that as our current high on M5, then I know that I will be knowing that sales are coming. So all I need now is a pullback to try to take out that current high. If it fails to take it out, then the sales will be coming in all the way from M5, and then we'll be enjoying that ride to take us right here. Enough of boom 1000. Let's now get to boom 500. Boom 500. Now boom 500, for it has been one of those trades. So we made money on since we made money on that, was it Friday? Thursday. Let's see, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday. So Thursday we made that money from there. Now it made a pullback here. I was anticipating from this fair value gap a move to break us out from that expanding. Was it? No, it was a symmetrical triangle. Yeah, it's a symmetrical triangle on a daily time frame. So back to H1. So it failed. It actually went all over back to that level. That was another support level that was coming from that fair value gap right there. So it came all the way back to that, and this was disrespected right there. So I can take it out. So I didn't make any trades here, right here. That was Friday. Saturday we saw that, but then I didn't analyze it at all. I never analyzed it on Saturday to give me that. So what we saw is price went there and then came back down. Oh yes, I've remembered. By the time I came to analyze it on Saturday, I needed this pullback to actually get into the sell to bring me all the way to this level. That's why I marked it. I never saw that pullback that I wanted. Let me just squeeze this to the other side. Yeah, that's what I needed right there to push me here. I didn't see it, and then price kept on going and going and hit the target and started to reverse. I don't know what I've deleted, but all is well. We will get to more. We'll make more analysis. So from there, now we saw the breakout. And now we can go to H4. Already I wanted the sales from that level, and now we've reached it. So let's go to daily time frame. Are we ready? Not yet. H4, we are ready for the pullback. Yeah, we are ready for the pullback. Remember, this is a break of structure. This has failed to give us a break of structure, but now we see equal lows, meaning price is anticipated to get us into buys. So price is expected to get us into buys from that level. And the current candle, the current daily candle has started today as a buy right there. That is the current daily candle. Does it have enough momentum to break out from that resistance level? I don't know. According to H4, it doesn't. We have to see a price come back to retest. But to where? Is there any liquidity left? I don't see any. So that's why we have to use fib now from that level right there, probably to there. If that candle, are we in there? Okay, this is a current H4 now. Previous H4 is there. So we can anticipate pull back all the way to this order block. This is the last order block that pushed price to break out from that triangle right there. That is the order block. So price is anticipated to come here and then probably get enough momentum to break out. And remember, we normally look for 50% of this, so at least there. And then the breakout to take us right there. So for now, I have no business with this. If I go to H4, H1, H1, yes, we may get some entries, probably if price breaks that level. Yeah, according to H1, probably if price comes and breaks that, but you can even get it earlier if no. It's gonna be some consolidation. It's gonna be some consolidation right here. It's going to be some consolidation. Yeah, price is within that. It's going to keep praying down and up until it decides to get down. Until it decides to get down. Not really, actually. We are likely to see a breakout. Now, most of this is a move that I've seen countless times. Such a move like this, giving you a rising wedge, but then the previous trend is a buy. So we are likely to see this actually come through at a later stage. But this is, I'm just telling you this because I've seen it before. Price do that. If it doesn't and it gets enough momentum from that support already shows us we need to be coming in with sales. But price normally fakes us here. Price normally comes and gives you a fake breakout right about here, and then pushes for the sell, the buy that we push, continues with the previous trend like that. So I need you to understand that. So for now, you can trade it within the range, of which we have the range already. This is the upper range, downer range. So you can sell it all the way down here and then wait for the buy if you want to look for the buy to take us all the way back to the other trend line. But we know it is within the range, meaning it is consolidating. It may consolidate the whole of the day. It may give us a breakout and give us an entry for the buys, or give us a confirmation for the sell. If it breaks this level, then you know that you're coming in for the sell. But if it fails, then you know you're coming in with a breakout right there to take you for the buy. I hope we are now clear on that. It's not that. The trades that you can look for are within the trend right now to sell it down here. And clearly, actually on M5, that was a better entry when it went to that trend line. Yeah, when it went to that trend line. But you can wait for another pullback, another short pullback, probably on M1, and then you can make that sell. You can make that sell to take you down, and you trade within that range. Enough of that. Let's now get let's now get to V25-1S. Vol25-1S. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you're liking the content, if you want us to grow a big community here on YouTube. All right, so Saturday, Friday, had a low momentum, like I told you how Fridays are now. So low momentum, came back here, broke out and came 2 times, and then it went. We knew, of course, from that level we are looking for that to take us there. Did we make any buy entries on Thursday? Yeah, we did. But of course, even from Friday we had low momentum. It kept on taking our stop loss out. but we made money. Those who are on VIP, you know, on Thursday we made money on V25 1S. That is the money we made. Those are the entries, and all of them were profit entries. But the way it had low momentum, we couldn't keep holding. You know, we are intraday traders. We don't hold for long. You need to make money and move out. Yeah, that's what we do. So we made that money, but then it reached that resistance. We tested. Let's take out the history. We tested, then we got a breakout on Friday. We tested again the second time, and that's where we saw at least some momentum on Friday. Actually, this was on Saturday now. This was on Saturday. That was a momentum. Saturday, Sunday, yeah. That was the momentum right there. And then we got to that resistance. Currently, we have that as a resistance. Now, if we know that, and we know that this has now hit the target, I don't know why I have it there, but that was the target I was looking for. Oh, there's that trend line, so it has already hit that target. Yeah, right there. And now we see sales coming in. That's what we wanted. Now we see sales coming in, and surprisingly, we are sort of seeing a change of character here. It's trying to turn out to be a change of character. Not yet confirmed, but if it is confirmed, then you know that price action will be talking, not trend lines. So from here, this is going to be what can give us an edge for us to look for the sales here. This will be a reversal signal that we can capitalize on to look for the sales. So now take everything right here, take it out, delete it. All right, so previous points of interest, we have this, we have that, and of course the one below. So go to daily time frame. This was a channel. Those who remember, I told you we were in the channel, but according to this previous move, price not reaching back to the trend line here, I anticipate buys to continue. I'm anticipating buys to continue. Price may come just right in between here and then give us some good momentum to push for the breakout. Yeah, just around that, just around this level here, where I have my order block here, and probably it may come to that 61.8, and then we get into the buys. Now that is according to daily. If I go to weekly, yeah, weekly is something else. It's actually saying buys, but then that is a strong that is a strong resistance up there. Okay, it's a strong resistance. H4, we're anticipating a change of character, but then we need more buys. That's why I'm anticipating the buy to continue. H1, yes, the sale is coming, of course, to confirm the change of character, and then continue selling, and then after that we come in with a buy according to H4. So M15 is already oversold. That's weird. Yeah, now once I see something like that, then I know that there's gonna be a consolidation ahead. This is going to be another range on this asset. Price is going to play around here and back forth until it decides whether it's continuing with the previous trend, which is a buy, and then take us into buys, or to give us a fake breakout here and then later on bring us into buys again. So for now, worry not, look for buys. So we are looking for buys right here because it's going to be a consolidation, and you can confirm an entry just now right there on M5. That will be your entry, price breaking that to give you a reversal signal on M5. that will be the buy trade to take you all the way back there. But of course, you have points of interest that you can take as your target levels. One is there, the other one is here, right there. So those are your TP levels according to M5 and M15. Yeah, so much. Wait for a confirmation right here to make that buy move. We're going to make the buys, not the sells, just like we've seen now. All right, so enough of that. We are looking for buys right here. We are going to look for buys. We are going to look for buys. V75. Let's head over to V75. So, V75, this is Sunday, Saturday, Friday. That was Friday being slow there. Came back to that order block and then the buy started. Did I make any moves? Yeah, actually on Friday, no, Saturday, I made some buys right there. That took me out, I moved out there and then started to play around. That was Saturday, so move out there. All right, so I needed sales from there so that I can come and grab and come all the way back to the support and make the sell. Price actually got enough momentum to break out there, retested, and then continued with the buys. All right, so now I can delete everything now here. Delete everything there. Alright, so now that we see that this was like a break of structure right here, right there, if you go to H4, it will be very clear that is break of structure. Now, this was a retest that we wanted on the other day to actually make the buys. Now it has gone back to the daily fair value gap right there. Grab the liquidity. Now we are coming in with the sell just like we needed, so I can delete this now, no longer needed. Now if I go to H1, I'll see that sales have already started, and I clearly see that this can be taken as a change of character. I don't know, we'll wait and see. First take it out, go to M15. M15 is overbought, oversold, meaning we have a support right here. That's where price is reacting to. So if I can use that as our last order block, yeah, clearly you'll see price is over. You see the reason why price is oversold right there. So according to H1, I need a pullback where? Let's use fib. Fib will give us the level. Yeah, so we know that price is coming for that fair value gap right in there. Grab liquidity, then probably get us back into sales. But before I do that, there's another one, M15 up there. It can be, price can, these guys, the market movers, can actually push price all the way to that level. In as much as this is an ideal level according to fib, price can actually, market makers can push price from there. So I will have those two options, and tomorrow I will be telling you, we'll be seeing which one it actually followed. Then you can know and probably have it in your notes and know what you can always do when you have such a scenario. All right, so that is what I'm anticipating for today. I will leave it on M15, I believe, and then we get into jump 50. So jump 50 Monday, Friday. This is Sunday, Saturday, Friday. So Friday we knew this was happening. Fake breakout here, then gave us a break of structure. Surprisingly, when we thought we got a break of structure and we are going to continue with some sales, let's see, it was a fake breakout according to H4. Look at the wick right there. That is what actually made it a fake breakout right there. So did I make any entries on Friday? No, I didn't. So I was safe there. So fake breakout, came back inside, and then the buys started with enough momentum on Saturday, having given us this for the whole day. Then the breakout on Saturday, and then look at that move. So get back to H4. All right, that was a resistance, that was a fair value gap on a daily time frame, grabbed the liquidity. And those who remember, I marked this as an option that price may react to it, and it actually did react to it. Those who remember in the previous analysis we've had, previous episodes, if you missed them, you can always go back and check them out. I leave them on, so you can always go back and check probably episode number 159 or 160. 159 I believe, and 160 can tell you what we were looking at here. So let's delete all that. What was this? Okay, here I was trying to anticipate inverted heads and shoulders, so it didn't. It actually broke out there and then went for the new higher high. And now we have a low high. Now the low here has failed to give us a new high, so it means price is coming right here to grab this liquidity. Like I told you, we've been waiting for this for so long. So now we know we have a chance for price to come here. So what are we waiting for? Let's see. Why can't we make moves now? First delete everything now that we have here. Delete it. Delete that. Even this can go. Now price has reacted back to this support, so it's looking for enough momentum to break it and then push us right here. That's what we know. That's what we know. So can we say we are in a range now? Okay, we are in a range, so price is getting back up there according to H1 and probably even M15. Yes, but then we have another resistance. This is an internal resistance right here. That's an internal resistance right there, and we know this is crazy, and we know that we have something like a channel right there. This is going to be like a channel right there, the way price is moving. That is like a channel right there. So price is likely to get us back here into here, and then probably we can get to see price go back right up there. So this is going to be a weird day for jump 50, so trade it carefully, knowing that it is volatile, and of course it is a big asset, knowing that you understand the lot size to use according to your account. So looking at M5, then I know that this is confirmed. This move is actually going to be confirmed to come all the way here. Yeah, so that is clear enough for me. I'll be waiting for the entry to push me all the way back here, and I can actually take action with that kind of a sell. So leave it on M5, I believe. Let's now jump to jump 25. We have about 8 minutes for our usual time, program time to be done. So jump 25 is what we need to get to. So jump 25. This is H1. So Friday Sunday, Saturday, Friday. Friday, we wanted a move from there to push us right there, having seen price get back to this trend line. But it was just a continuation, having seen that as a change of character from there. According to H1, price had enough momentum to actually continue with sales. So we've seen that higher, a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, back to that support right here, back to that support right there. So and then we saw price actually give us, at first I missed to see that, but that was an inverted heads and shoulder right there. This was a left shoulder, right shoulder, the head, and look at that, price went all the way back into that, and clearly it came back all the way where? To where we saw the change of character from that level. That's where price reacted all the way back to. And I missed, I think this is Friday. Did I enter any? I think I entered on, yeah, I made a sale here. I made a loss here, right here, looking for the buy. So I made a loss 2 times and I quit, entering again. Then on Saturday, I made that sell. On Saturday, I made that jump 25 sell right there. That is Saturday. Then here I made a buy. I entered a buy, but it was still looking for some liquidity all the way here, so it took me out on my tight stop loss right there. So the buy, the trade here on Saturday recovered the losses that I made on Friday, so all is well there. All right, so from that angle, now we know, okay, let's take out this, take out this, take out that. I don't know about this, but it seems I need to take it out. I don't think this can stay also. Now let's go to H4. So H4, we have that resistance right there, still holding. It's in fact, it's a daily one. It's a fair value gap. It was mitigated here, but it's acting as a resistance currently. So that's why I leave it there. It's acting as a resistance. So looking at what I had here, I wanted price to reach there, and then you can actually get into sales. But then, I mistakenly deleted this trend line that was here. There was a trend line that was here, I think right there. Yeah. So we know, those who remember, I told you most of the times when you find something like this, price normally looks for that, and that's why we are looking for buys to continue to that level, just like that, not the sells. And that's why we've seen a sort of like a fake breakout right here. Now this, forget about this for the moment. Let's now get to H4. H4, we've seen price action tells us we need to look for buys, but then the indicator that we normally use to confirm our position, or our signal, is saying we are overbought, which is now contradicting, but we follow price action. That is a change of character all the way from that support. That is taken as a change of character according to H4. Yeah, so if it is taken as a change of character, then we know that it will be coming back to test this order block right here, or any fair value gap it leaves right here. So go back to daily. The buy is on. Yeah, the buy is on, but does it have enough momentum to break that resistance right here? I doubt it does. That's why H1 is looking for sells. That's why H1, the momentum has reduced and it will be looking for sales. So What is this? I can delete this now. I think delete it. Even this, it can go to make the chart clear. So all I can do is use this as my level right there. I look for a fib entry. Of course, I have this at 50. I can mark it. That's a valid order block right there according to H1 that price can come back to and give us the entry. But then it left some liquidity all the way here, all the way there. So I can't say where it's going to go, but I can anticipate that we may see price from there or from there. You need to know that points of interest are very crucial to mark so that you can wait for when price reaches any of those that you've marked and you take action. So for now, that's something I can anticipate. So if I know that this is a resistance and price is likely not to break it now, and I'm supposed to be looking for a retest to come all the way here, I can go to M15, try to look for a sell. If there is enough momentum, then I can enter it. If there is low momentum, it's as good as leaving it, because you may be in a single trade, not making money, just stuck there for the whole day. So such trades, always learn to leave them. But yeah, this is something that I can anticipate like that. Jump 10 is our last asset and we call it a day. So jump 10, Friday, this is Friday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, yes, Friday. That was a resistance right there, price reacting to it, yeah, and then sales started. I don't know why I was looking for that, so I can delete it. First, wait, why was I looking for that? Oh yes, because price had reached this support. So I was anticipating another move to reach to that level so that I can come back with a sell. But surprisingly, it got a weird momentum that broke out and gave us a break of structure right there according to H4. That was a break of structure right there. So now go back to H1. So we saw that break of structure, and then actually it gave another break of structure right here until it could not give anymore, and then reacted all the way back to that resistance. And of course, there's no way I was going to make that entry because of what was happening. So delete everything right here, delete everything right there, even this for that, leave it. All right, so we have a resistance there. This is H1, by the way. This is H1. So go back to H4. This is a break of structure. Lower low, went back to give us a lower high. Then it's trying to come for a new lower low. According to daily, according to H4, it actually came to that support, which is a fair value gap on the weekly. Wow, yeah. It is a fair value gap actually on the weekly. So it has returned to that fair value gap on the weekly second time. And now I believe we should be getting into buys. In as much as CCI on weekly is showing us sells, I doubt. Okay. H1 day 80 time frame, break of structure, it's failing to give us a new lower low. So come to H4, it's also failing to give us a new lower low, and it is overbought, meaning I should be anticipating buys from where we are. And clearly price has reacted to that fair value gap on H1. So it is a point of interest that we are seeing price react back to. So what do I do now? What do I do? I'm sort of seeing a pattern here, Let's see if it is going to pay out. Is this the right thing I'm seeing, or this is the right thing? Yeah, that's the right thing right here. Right there. Went, failed, went, then came down, came up, and now down. Yeah, that is the right thing right there. So if this is the right thing that we are seeing, then we know that price is going into the buys. Without a doubt, it's going to go into the buys later, not immediately. So clearly M15 is already in the buy, is already confirming the reversal right here. That is a change of character and pullback here. So what am I waiting for? If I enter now, it means I'm going to have my stop loss below my 10 MA if I enter now, and I'm going to enter without a doubt. I'm going to enter, I'm going to put 0.0305, I believe. Let me use 0.05 right there, and the buy goes in, and I'll put my stop loss just below this candle right here, and I'll be looking for my profits right about there. I'll be looking for my profits right about there. Alright, so now this is the only entry we've made that is actually rhyming with what we needed. Yeah, so for now I have locked in my entry to push me right up there. Yeah, that is a trade that I've locked in. Jump 10, I'm in with a buy. Alright, so let's now do the recap and we call it a day. Like I told you, if you find something, a setup that quickly tells you what you need to do, that is the trade that you take. Simple setups, simple market structure that you normally look for. Those are the ones you need to look for. Don't go to a chart and you spend a lot of time on it that you're trying to force a trade out of when there's no clarity, when there's no simplicity of the structure. So you'd rather move out to another asset. Right now, I don't mind if you guys have 10 assets that you're trading, as long as you're looking for a simple structure that you always look for. It is okay. To me, I think it is okay. You have 10 structures, you have 10 assets, you only go to all of them looking for a simple structure that you take advantage of. Anyways, let's look at the recap. We started with Crash 500. We have two opinions where price is likely to go. One, well, the most likely one is a buy, to continue with a buy. But if you look at the price action according to H4, then you know that we need price to come back here to give us a confirmation of this inverted heads and shoulder for the better buy entry right here from this level, for the better buy entry according to daily time frame. So that's why the sell is more likely to come through all the way here. But let's wait. But all options are open. I want you guys to just wait for always a confirmation before you make any entry. Right now, we have no confirmation. We have the structure, like I said, the structure is not clear. There's no clarity of any move. You can't use the indicators to confirm now. You have to wait for price action. Boom, 1,000. All right, actually it gave us the entry. Look at that. How I wish I came back. That's something I was waiting for. Those who remember, those who were with us when we were analyzing Boom 1,000. And now I could enter now because it is something I can do now and actually aim for the sell. I think it's a risk that is worth taking. Why it has given me that? According to M5, has failed to break the previous high, but then it has reached back the previous low right there. So I could wait for another spike, or I could enter right now, but I want to choose to wait because boom 1000 is a killer. It can easily wipe you clean. That is boom 1000. So I would rather now enter. Since I missed that entry, I can't force a trade here. This is yes, of course, sometimes it may not retest, and that means you've missed, but you rather miss than make a mess and you regret later of not waiting. So let's wait. Let's wait. But those who wait back and actually made the entry when it spiked there, congrats. You should be in some good money currently. Those are about what, 20 minutes, 25 minutes of good sales. And boom 1000 actually gives a good money if you're in a good lot size. So congrats on those who made the entry right there, like I had wanted us to do. Boom 500. All right, so yeah, it kept on going, and there, like I had told you, those who remember, like I had told you, most of the times when you see something like that, you actually anticipate continuation of the buys, and that's what is happening. And that's because one may be confused and sees a rising wedge and try to anticipate for sales. Yes, there is a support, there is a resistance that can give you an edge, but most of the times price continues the previous trend, which is a buy. This is a previous trend, so the breakout should be on the upside, not the downside. And clearly we've seen the breakout. That means it's going to give us a retest probably, and then we can come in with a sell, with a buy later. So now this can be taken out. That can be taken out. Let's look at that. Let's see. Price is likely to come to that, and then entry. So this is what, boom 500. I can have my limit order right here waiting. I can have my buy limit waiting right there. Right there. I can have it here waiting for the buy entries. Another one will be here for another entry. My stop loss will be just down below this level, which will be 4,367. Yeah, okay, that's too far right there. I can even put it right here. Copy and have the same stop loss right there, modify. All right, so I want to enter buys when price comes to retest these levels. If it fails, then it will continue the buy. I can't enter where it is, but if it does give me a retest, I could actually enter. But now I have no entry. V25S. Oh man, I wanted a pullback. It has not happened like I wanted. This is a fair value gap that could give us that kind of entry. Oh, we may not see one. We want buys from this level. Will it come back here? I don't know. Let's wait and see if it will actually come back. Let's wait and see if it will come back. But if it does, I will have my limit order right here waiting. Let me put it at 0. I will have my limit order right here waiting to make that entry from there if it happens to come again for the pullback. Yeah, and I will have my entry there waiting for the buys to take me all the way up, and my stop loss is going to be tight. We set it right here. It's going to be 6.228 to 4. Yeah, just below here. What is happening? Just below there. That is what I'll be waiting for. And then of course these are TP levels 1 and 2 right there. Volatility 75, V75, we need buys from here. We are waiting for the confirmation for the buys to take us back there. So for now, this is a no-go. We will just wait. Jump 50. Yeah, I told you price is playing within here, but eventually we will see a breakout. So we can't enter now, but you can wait for the breakout and immediately enter, or wait for the retest. Sometimes you don't see a retest, so you can actually enter immediately. Or if it goes back up a bit, then you make your sell entry, because we are going to sell it all the way down below. Jump 25, it's a no-go until it breaks that level. Then you can anticipate sells, of which they are going to be slow according to the momentum of the market currently, of the asset currently. And jump 10 has taken me out. That was fast, but it's okay. It has taken me fast. It's okay. I will enter it again. Because we know it's going to continue with the buy. It's coming with a buy. Let's go to M1 and see why. Oh yeah, that's why this was so big. This was a big liquidity right there that was left back on M1. So it's looking for it right there. 50% of it is right here. That's the reason why it came back all the way. Wow. So it's likely to come around there, around that 50%, and then continue with the buys, or it can even come all the way to the order block where that one big momentum buy started from. So you have two ways that you can wait for this trade right now. You have two ways, right there and on that order block. So those are two ways you can actually wait for this trade. So for now, it's a no-go for me. I have to wait for this, one of these, then I make the entry. Now that it has taken me out, that's where I entered it from, and it was actually pushing a lot. Yeah, it has taken me out. I will look for the recovery when it comes to this fair value gap on M1, on the order block on M1, and that will be my entry. All right, I think that's it. For today. Let me wish you guys a good day. We will be the focus. Let's look at the focus. We are going to be focusing on, of course, this is a good trade that we have to take on jump 10. That is one trade that we have to focus on. Jump 25, no. Jump 50, yeah, probably M5. We can focus on it and wait for this sell. Yeah, so jump 10 and jump 50. V75, yeah, if price comes back and breaks that, then that pullback buy is going to be on. But if it breaks down below, then we need a retest and then continue with the sells, but for now, I don't know if it is going to continue or not, so it's a no-go. So for now, you may not focus on it. This one, on the other hand, we need a pullback after this change of character on M5, so you can focus on this also. It's likely to give us some good money. That is that is V25 1S. So it's one other asset that you can focus on for today's market. And this one, since it has broken out, most of the times they make a retest, but if it fails, then you know that you've missed it. So for now, you may focus on it and wait, or you may leave it and keep on jump 10 and jump 50. All right, so this has given us a confirmation of the break of the reversal. This is boom 1000. It has given us a confirmation right there of the reversal. So all we need now is going to be a pullback. All we need is going to be a pullback. Now that is a change of character right there. We need a pullback, then entry without a doubt. We will be selling this asset right away. Yeah, it's gonna come all the way here. That's what we need. That's what we are looking for. So we need a pullback according to M5, and then we enter it. And of course, yeah, that's it. I think that's it. I'm repeating myself. Sorry guys, let me wish you guys a good day. Please, those who want to join our mentorship program, we are starting the second week today, so you can still pay and join. It's $110 to join the rest of the guys. And if you want your own one-on-one, then like I told you, you also look at your own time, dictate your own time, hours of classes. That means you pay $300 for the VIP class. Otherwise, let me wish you guys a good day. I see Levy here. Hi Levy. Hi. This should be forgotten his name. I've forgotten the guy who uses Upper Room Experience, but yeah, thank you guys. I think Yasin something, I don't remember. I think Yasin. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode. Catch you again tomorrow, same time, 10:30 to 11:30. Have a nice day. Happy trading. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
you.